Hi, I'm Jenny Gaines, and today I'm talking about frozen vegetables. But more importantly, I'm actually talking about deep green leafy vegetables, because if you want to increase your vegetable consumption to increase your nutrient density, then you definitely want to consider the deep green varieties. So we're talking chard, kale, dandelion, mustard greens, beet greens, spinach, arugula. Anything like that is going to offer you a ton of nutrients with very little calories and carbohydrates. So no matter what kind of diet you're on, you can eat as many of these as you want. And I say the more the better, because a couple years ago, I took a challenge to eat 8 to 10 cups a day. I did this because I heard of a lot of other people doing it and experiencing wild success with their health. And at the time, I wasn't feeling optimal, so I wanted to give it a go and see what it had to offer. And boy, am I glad I did. I have never felt better in my entire life, and it increased my health in ways that I actually never thought I even needed to have improvement on. But it could be due to other variables in my life, but I can't deny the correlation between eating this way and feeling this good. And at first, I almost gave it up because it was way too many trips to the grocery store. It was way too much prep time in my kitchen. It felt like a chore every day to have to get the vegetables out, wash them, prep them, cook them, and clean up after myself. So it wasn't going to be sustainable for the long haul. However, I came up with a way to do it easily, and this is what I have to share with you today. I go to the grocery store one time every 2 to 3 weeks. I load up on a gigantic amount of vegetables. So bring it home, it takes over my kitchen, but I use that one day to do the task of washing it, prepping it, slicing, dicing, adding all the flavors that I like my vegetables to have. I add my healthy fats, which you should too, because I think everyone knows by now you want to add a healthy fat to greens because it's got a lot of fat soluble vitamins that need a fat molecule to hop onto for your body to absorb it. So adding healthy fats is going to increase your bioavailability. Buying them frozen at the store is not going to have any of this. So doing it yourself is going to give you the customization that you want and the high quality. I know that the vegetables I buy were the freshest that I could get at the time. So I spend that one day doing this, and then it lasts me for 2 to 3 weeks. So it's well worth my time. The entire project takes maybe 1 to 2 hours of my time, and it's well worth it. But today I actually brought you a demonstration that reduces the time down to 20 to 30 minutes. We're talking 20 to 30 minutes every 2 weeks. So there's no excuses. You can try this. I went to Costco and bought this bag for $5. It's baby kale or baby chard, kale, and spinach. Good variety. It's pre-washed, so there's no prep work involved. I bought 6 of these bags because each bag has 16 cups, so 6 has 96 cups of deep green leafy vegetables. You take it home, cook it down. I add seasoning. This has a little kick to it. It's Dr. Cohen Garden Spicy Blend, so it's going to add to the nutrient density, add a lot of flavor, put it like a teaspoon. This is his sea vegetable blend, again, really adding a lot of nutrient density. My healthy fats are coconut oil, avocado, and olive oil. I add sea salt. I love green onions. I love garlic. I'll throw those in after I cook it down because I like them raw. I add herbs. Now, the only thing better than deep green leafy vegetables in terms of nutrient density are herbs and spices. So this is your typical culinary variety. Basil, parsley, cilantro, sage, oregano, rosemary. I always have these on hand. I buy the little pots that Trader Joe's has. I have them right here, and they're always in my kitchen. So I use them for this project, throw those I do that raw as well, mix it into my blend, and then once it's blended up with clean hands, I take a big spoonful or handful and just smash it into my compartment. I was lucky enough to find this compartment or this ice cube tray at the 99-cent store, and it has 8 compartments, which is lucky because my bag of vegetables there has 16 cups. So if I do a bag at a time, I know that each compartment has 2 cups of vegetables. So when I freeze it and pull them out the next morning, I know that 4 or 5 cubes are gonna give me my 8 to 10 cups a day. And in the morning, I just spend 5 seconds of my time to take out my cubes. I put them in a to-go container, and take off for the day. They're defrosted in a couple hours, and sometimes I eat them all at once. Sometimes I spread them out throughout the day. You can put them on top of a salad or something else that, another meal that you eat throughout the day. But by the end of the day, I know I'm getting my allotment. And again, it was the best thing that I ever did for myself. So I think the only thing left to explain is why I've had this book sitting here the whole time. This is The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferris. He is an author of a lot of books that I'm a fan of. This one is about health and fitness, and it's not even new. It's been around for a long time, but in it, he says that he gets almost all of his vegetables from a frozen source at 80%, and the rest at canned at 20%. So either that surprises you for some reason, or it might surprise you that I bring that up to be the excerpt of this entire book, which clearly has far more fascinating information than just that. But the reason I bring it up is because the fact he gets most of his vegetables from a frozen source speaks to the bigger message of this entire book and speaks to what I'm doing here today, which is minimize your efforts to maximize your results. This is what this project is all about. Very little of your time gives you such a big bang for your buck. So please give it a try. I cannot wait to hear back from anyone who takes the challenge to eat 8 to 10 cups of deep green leafy vegetables every day for an extended period of time, and I guarantee the results are going to be good. So I can't wait to hear about it. Thanks so much.